Pikmin. It's a lesser-known Nintendo game where you control a bunch of little plant guys to do your bidding, and they collect things and fight enemies on a planet that is most certainly not Earth. I'm a pretty new Pikmin fan, and I just really like the franchise, so today I'm going to be making a video essay on Pikmin 1. Without further ado, let's get into it. The story. On one of Captain Olimar, the player's trips to space for Hope to take fright, his company, a meteor crashes into his spaceship, the SS Dolphin. It crashed into an unknown planet, which, once again, is certainly not Earth. And 30 missing ship pieces were broken off of the Dolphin. As you can see, here they are in the bottom right corner. Thankfully, small creatures called Pikmin are ready to help. They can carry objects many times their size, and they can carry your missing ship parts back to the ship so that you can escape. The types of Pikmin. In this first game, we only have reds, yellows, and blues. The red Pikmin have a 1.5x damage multiplier to their attacks and are immune to fire. The yellow Pikmin can be thrown higher and can carry bomb rocks, and the blue Pikmin can go in water and save drowning Pikmin. The onion is what carries the Pikmin, and when killed enemies or pellets are carried to the onion, more Pikmin are created, and there is a maximum of 100 of them on the field at once. And I used a tier list on TierMaker. I'll give you the link in the description of what I think, how good I think that each individual type of Pikmin are in this game. Personally, I think the reds are the best because of their higher damage, and fire is actually really dangerous. It kills your Pikmin in just over like a second and a half, I think. And yellows, their throwing ability isn't used much, but the thing is, the bomb rocks are just really useful. You need bomb rocks for more than half of the treasures, and they're just really nice to have because like with some of the harder enemies, like you can either like try to risk like killing half of your squad, or you can just throw a couple bombs. And I think that the blues, they're still pretty good, but I think they're sadly the worst. And it's sad because I think they have a really funny design. I like their mouth. But the thing is, like, their only real use is in water, so if there is no water, they're useless. However, they are used a lot, so I do think they are still a solid B. Anyway, moving on. These are some of the main enemies. We have the bread bug, and it has to be dragged back to the onion to be defeated because it tries stealing your treasures, and you have to drag it back, and then it bonks its head into the onion when it gets like lifted in. And then the fiery blowhog, which breathes fire from its mouth, and because it's fire, it can't kill red Pikmin. And the Bulborb, it's like the most iconic enemy. It's kind of like the Goomba. Except unlike the Goomba, it can actually kill you pretty easily. And it just eats them. And then the stupid yellow Wollihop. I hate these guys. It hops around and crushes Pikmin underneath it. It kills. It is so easy to get killed by these things, and it's awful. What? And there's the bosses. These guys are insane. We've got the intimidating armored cannon beetle, which tries to crush you with rocks. The burrowing snagger, which can only be damaged from the head. The puffstool, which can turn Pikmin against you, like mind control and stuff. The Gulix can only be damaged by blue Pikmin. The beady long legs can only be attacked by its little head, and yellows are optimal because it's so high off from the ground. The nightmare fuel of the smoky prog, which is an optional super boss, and see that trail of smoke underneath it? It insta kills your Pikmin, but if it's defeated, it drops a cool pearl, and it can produce 100 Pikmin. And the final boss, the Emperor Bullblax, and it tries to eat Pikmin with its sticky tongue. If bomb rocks are eaten by if it eats any bomb rocks, which you can find around the arena, it gets stunned for a few seconds, allowing you to start beating it up. But overall, these are really good, and they usually contain a ship part. Some of them don't like the Smoky Prog because, as I said, it's an optional boss. And then you have the 5 areas. The impact site, it's a tutorial area with only 2 ship pieces. So you first land here, and just the tutorial, but you can go back to get another ship part. And the Forest of Hope, it's a bright and easier area. It's where you discover yellow Pikmin. You mostly see enemies like Bulborbs here. Yeah, they're pretty much the only enemies there. And then the Forest Navel, it's a dark, creepy cave with more dangerous enemies, like the Blowhogs and the Wallyhops. Stupid frogs. And it's where you discover blue Pikmin. And then there's the Distant Spring. It's quite a difficult area, and it's covered in water. It has 10 ship pieces out of the 30. And there's so many difficult enemies, like relatives of the Bulborbs called the Bull Bears, which have more health and are even more aggressive. And then the final trial. The final puzzle area. It ends with the final boss fight with the Emperor Bullblax. It's really short, and the Emperor has the only ship part. The difficulty. Pikmin 1 can be difficult. Even basic enemies like the Red Bulborb can usually kill 1 or 2 Pikmin if you're fighting it and you're being careless. I think that's why red Pikmin are good, because of the harder combat, in which you throw the Pikmin at the enemies so that they attack. All of the enemies pretty much can kill Pikmin in seconds, but I think that the game gives you the tools you need to fight back, and if you're careful enough, you can survive. Okay, friendliness to new players. Although the game is hard, decently hard, it does give the player all of the information it needs to know. However, it doesn't hold your hand like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I still really like Scarlet. As my friend Cucumber is a new player in the Pikmin franchise, I introduced him to it. We will let him talk about his thoughts on it.
So Zabruda first introduced me to Pikmin, and the first Pikmin game I played was Pikmin 1. And when I first saw that crash landing, and I was looking around, and I got my first red Pikmin, I was like, what am I supposed to do? And then I looked around and saw how so many things were interactive, and I got the hang of it pretty quickly with Zabruda telling me what to do. And I feel like it's pretty friendly to new players, while at the same exact time not holding your hand the entire way. The entire game isn't just a tutorial, and it really has you think, can I do this? Or how do I do this with these Pikmin, these guys? And the thing is, they all have abilities that the other Pikmin don't have. So you're always thinking, how many blue Pikmin, how many yellow Pikmin, how many red Pikmin, how many of these should I take out? And should I farm for this entire day or what? And it's all about time management too. Like if you're out there right before the sun sets and all of your Pikmin are carrying a part back to the ship, it's not going to work. If you set them all to work on a part while you send other Pikmin to farm, it's not going to work. They're all going to die. So that's what I really like about Pikmin. How you have to decide. I mean, it's kind of like should I buy this with this money or like stuff like that. And that's what I really like about Pikmin.
Final thoughts. All in all, Pikmin 1 is a great game. I think I'd rate it an 8.5 out of 10. Although it can be janky, it almost always works well. The gameplay is excellent, the designs of everything are great, and just really fun to play. Thank you for watching this episode of the Zaruda channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Please subscribe, and goodbye.